Hello, good morning. This is Min from Meow Royale Art, a kitty-focused artist-owned brand. And today we are at Queen City Anime Con in Concord, North Carolina, so right outside of Charlotte. This is my first time ever being here, so I drove 6 hours on Thursday, and I started at like 11. So it actually took me like 6.5 hours because there's like a really big accident on the main road. So I kind of took like all the like country roads down from Northern Virginia, and it took me a hot minute. A 6 hour drive is just generally like my limit for driving, I think. I drove yesterday and then I loaded in and set it up at like 6. And today is Friday, so the hours today are just 10 to 8, which is pretty long, in my opinion, for a Friday. Like, starting super early on a Friday is kind of a lot of waiting around because most people are not here yet. People are still working or waiting to get off work and stuff, so I've just been kind of waiting around. It's currently 11:40. And I've made like one sale from another vendor. It's like one sticker sale. So I've just been kind of like sitting around. But I did spend time to like finish my setup because I didn't get to finish on Thursday. But I'm super excited to be here because it's my first time here. I'm basically just using this as an excuse to visit Charlotte. Like my expectations for this convention are we'll see how it goes kind of thing. If it's meh, then it's whatever. I don't really know too much about this convention. Like I haven't heard too much about it from like other people, and I haven't seen that many like Artist Alley vlogs about it. So definitely really curious how it's gonna go. But so far, staff have been really, really nice. I'm definitely expecting like small con vibes because this whole vendor room is just one room. So the artist alley is kind of like on the side and all the vendors are like in the middle. So definitely a small con. But just because a con is small doesn't mean that it's gonna be bad, right? I've done super well at some small cons and super poorly at some like really big cons. It just all really depends on the audience and that kind of thing. So I'm just here and seeing how things go. But here is what my booth looks like. So 6-foot table. It's kind of a wide table, so I put my shirts here to like for people to like touch and feel and see if they like them or not, right? But I have a new carabiner. So originally I just had Bunny and the Calico Cat, but now we have the black cat as well. Super cute. And we also have big prints now. So we have 12 by 12 prints now. Because before my largest prints were these 8 by 8s, but I decided to like make big prints to see how it goes. So far, I've never sold one yet, but you know, hopefully I will. Keychains. I made a new Down to Clown keychain to match the Down to Clown sparkly sticker, and then also the Down to Clown shirt. I don't know, Down to Clown is kind of my motto. Like, I'm just so down to clown. But yeah, it's one, the vendor hall is like one big room, so and then Artist Alley is like all on the edges here. So it's my table. So the EC shuttle passes go on sale though in like 10 minutes, and if you know anything about EDC, this is actually the most stressful part. So hopefully I get it, but this is my setup. And I'm just hotspotted to my phone, so not the most ideal ticket getting setup. So it's like 2:30. David's finally here, delivered my food and coffee. Yay! Food. It's been really slow. I think I've made like 2 sales and it's been like around like 3 hours almost. It's been like 4 hours. You know, Fridays are always slow. People are still at work, but it's just kind of like, why did we have to start so early? So far, I'm still chilling. Vibes are good. I'm optimistic that it's gonna pick up a bit more, but we're definitely just chilling for now. This is probably like my 3rd convention I've done in North Carolina. So the first one I ever did was in 2024, and it was like Animate in Raleigh, and that one was kind of eh. And then I did GalaxyCon in Raleigh this year, and that one was pretty good. So I'm just definitely hoping to try and hit like a new audience here, since I've definitely been vending a lot within my local area. And hopefully I can hit some new audiences and new people here. But yeah, we're definitely really chilling right now. And we're open till 8, so maybe it'll pick up around like 5 when people start getting off work. We'll see. So it is 6. So we have 2 hours left. It's pretty slow for Friday. And it's very cold in this room. Some things about this con. So this year it is on September 12 through 14, but originally for this year it was supposed to be in November, but then they had to change the dates because the venue was getting renovated or something. But normally they have this con in the summer. So essentially, like, there's a lot in the air of why maybe this con would be different from last year and that kind of thing. I've never done this con before, so I don't really have like an opinion. I'm just here. But I definitely can see how those things could affect attendance, because maybe there's less people than last year. I don't know though. We'll see how Saturday and Sunday goes. But I was able to walk around. The vendor hall and artist alley is in one hall, so all the vendors are in the middle, and then the artist alley is kind of like on the sides. And then they also have like some vendors like outside in the hall. I do remember they emailed us and was like, if you want to have these high traffic tables, let us know. But I don't know. I feel like I prefer being in the vendor hall versus outside. But low-key, I've had tables where like I'm outside kind of the main area and I've done really well. But it can be a gamble. I don't know. But I've made back all my expenses, which was essentially just table, extra badge, and gas. Since I'm staying here for free. Yay! Wahoo! So, yeah, this con for me was just really like a let's check it out kind of thing. But everyone's been really nice so far. The staff has been really, really nice. And here's what the badge looks like. Super cute. Their mascot is like a little black cat, which is super cute because we have a little black cat. But this badge is done by Janny Draws. So super cute. Yeah, we are chilling, metaphorically and physically. It's very cold. Hi.
I was gonna ask, can I get 826?
826? No problem. It's gonna be the Cat Moon one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then anything else for you?
Oh, no, absolutely.
And you're all set. Thank you. So cute.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. There's Scooby. There's Scooby. There's two Scooby. Wait. Good morning. It's day 2 for Queen City Anime Con. Today we started at 10, so there's definitely like a lot more people in the morning than yesterday. Yesterday it was like no one was here because everyone's at work and stuff. But I've seen a lot of like one-day badges for Saturday, so hopefully a lot of people come through. So far I've had like 10 sales and it's like 12:30 right now, so things are starting up. But we have Vietnamese coffee, which is by far the best coffee. It's pretty good. So I heard from someone else that the rave is like one of the highlights of Queen City Anime Con. And I was kind of curious about it, but it started at like 10, and I was too tired to ever go see that. And I'd probably be too tired for today too. I don't know. The hours from 10 to 8, kind of tiring. Oh, yeah, the rave starts at 11. So there's just no way I'm going to have the energy for that. I just want to like leave and eat. Yesterday we ate like Latin food, like Cuban Latin food at like this place called like Kaya Sol, and it was pretty good. The portions are very generous though. Like we had the ceviche and then it was already like really filling. It was good. I would recommend. But yeah, vibes are good. Everyone is very nice at this convention. So I'm chilling. So it is like 3 o'clock right now, and I think we just about hit like yesterday's sales. So that's good, but I was kind of hoping it'd be a little bit busier. I took a walk around, and there's definitely more people than yesterday. I noticed that like some of the vendors that were like in the hallway have moved inside here because I guess there was like extra space here. So that's good for them. It's very, very cold in this hall. I like had to like go and like take a step outside to just feel the sun so I could warm my body up. And I went by like the food trucks. They had like a decent amount of different options for food trucks, but those are basically your only food options because there's not too many places that are walking distance. There's definitely places you could drive to, but this convention center is definitely kind of isolated. It's surrounded by like car dealerships, so there's not too much walkable food otherwise. So the food trucks are pretty much your only options. We brought overall vibes are good, kind of slow. The staff came by, checked up on us, asked if we needed to go to the bathroom, which is always super appreciated. I have my unpaid intern to watch my booth while I go to the bathroom this time. So, but if you're vending solo, that's always like so appreciated. I love when staff check up on me because I need help sometimes, man. But I'm very curious if last year Queen City Anime was like this, because there's definitely been a lot of changes that could affect the convention, but I don't have any comparison points, so it's hard for me to say. I think this year is definitely a different year compared to all the rest of the years. I'm not sure if they want to keep these dates in the future or they want to move it back to summer. I feel like moving it back to summer would probably help with their attendance a bit. But for now, I'm here right now, so that's what I gotta live with.
You want your banh mi?
Sure.
Where are the veggies? I asked if you got the veggies from the fridge. They were separate, and then you said yes. What did you think I said?
I didn't say you get the banh mi.
I asked if you got the veggies for the banh mi. It's okay.
David brought the banh mi.
But I forgot the veggies.
You forgot the veggies! I put the
bad.
veggies in the fridge! And I was just like very soft. It's all meat. It tastes like a banh mi I would have when I was like a kid who didn't want to eat veggies.
I even went back home because I left my phone in like in the garage or like in the gym room. Today's a whole mess.
It's okay. It's not okay. What's one dish you really want to learn how to make?
Xiaolong baos.
That's very difficult.
Yeah, it seems like a tedious process.
It's like all the fold, because like you folded like a dumpling before, right?
Yeah.
That's already kind of hard.
But it has to
The
be like,
xiaolong bao
it
is
has to be
like
like sealed perfectly
yeah.
so they don't like spill out.
I would want to make a roast duck.
That's also hard.
Yeah. So the crowd level's pretty dead right now. It is 6:30, so we have like an hour and a half left of today, because today ends at 8. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stay till 8 because it's a bit dead. This is just the reality of being in Artist Alley sometimes, you know. Some years like are really good, and some years cons have issues or for whatever reason, maybe out of their control, and things change. So my review of this con for this year is probably definitely going to be different than a person's review of this con last year. And then probably next year is going to be completely different as well. So you just need to like decide for yourself whether or not you want to travel for a con and stuff. I did this convention because I knew that there was no way I wasn't going to make back all my expenses. Like that was never a risk, because basically my only expenses were gas, table, and extra badge, since I'm staying here for free, and I just used it more of an excuse just to come down and visit as well. So, but it's definitely very slow, but I can understand why. The staff has been really great. The organization been pretty good. No complaints on that front. Definitely the date change, location change, probably affected this con a lot. So I would just definitely take this year as a bit of a fluke. Like, I would say most cons, if you're traveling around to do Artist Alley, a lot of cons are going to be a risk. Like, you know, you're spending a lot of money to be in certain places if you're coming from farther away, and you just have to be ready to like take a hit sometimes, or just decide whether or not things are worth the risk or not. I wouldn't write this con off completely. I definitely see the potential in this con, and it seems like the attendees are having a fun time. I like passed by the main events room and they're having a concert. The cosplay contest was definitely poppin'. And in terms of sales, you know, again, as always, the economy. The economy is but I would say the demographic for this con is definitely a lot of younger people. I've done a lot of like sticker sales. Sticker sales have definitely been pulling me through this con. Not so much prints, and the shirts definitely help a lot as well. But yeah, every convention, like, best-selling category is different, but definitely a lot of smaller purchases with just like one keychain or one sticker. So yeah, definitely something to keep in mind. But oh my god, this convention center, just specifically the vendor hall, it's so cold. They're blasting the AC in here. I keep having to take breaks to go outside and walk into the sun to like warm my body up because I'm just like shivering. And like, it's summer, so I kind of didn't really pack any like pants. So I've just been wearing shorts. Like, I didn't know it was gonna be like this. I'm just wearing like David's hoodies, so it's the SpongeBob hoodie. Fun fact, I never seen SpongeBob until I was an adult. Actually, like last year was the first time I ever actually watched SpongeBob. So like after I watched it,
Watched the entire first 2 seasons.
I watched the entire first like 4 seasons. I like binge watched SpongeBob as an adult, and it kind of made me really realize I was kind of missing out low-key.
Loser.
Like everyone was like always, I would always hear these like sounds on TikTok, and I had no idea they were from SpongeBob, to be honest, until recently. And all the memes, like I definitely see how this like show shaped people's childhoods. I just didn't have cable. I like watched Arthur as a kid. I watched PBS. I watched Fetch with Ruff Ruffman. Like, I don't know. I sold my first 12 by 12 print. They got a bathroom cat one. Very happy about that because I think I've been to like 2 events with the 12 by 12s and I haven't sold a single one yet. So it's my first one. Woohoo! Overall, like stickers have been really popular, and like keychains. I've sold like a few shirts, which is nice. But yeah, definitely like a small purchase heavy con. Out of the Carabiners though, the Black Cat has been the most popular so far, which is nice since I just debuted this one. I feel like I kind of have a Black Cat bias. Like, I always make merch of Black Cats. 1, because it's simple, and then 2, because we have a little black cat, so I feel like a bit biased. But people keep asking for like tortoiseshell cats, and I'm like, man, I haven't made one of those yet. Or like gray, like tabby cats. I definitely need to expand my cat repertoire in my art, but that's definitely for the future. But yeah, it's pretty empty now, so we might pack up soon, but yay. Hello, it's the last day of Queen City Anime Con. Right now it is like 1:30. We started at 10, and when we started up, it was actually like, there's a decent amount of people here, but I think it's kind of dead right now because the Masquerade performance competition is going on right now. So when I walked by the main events, there was a lot of people there. The crowd might be over there instead of the vendor hall right now. Been a bit of a slow start. Well, I feel like every day of this con is a little bit slow. Yeah, it just goes to show that like I think the convention scene is getting like harder and harder to get start up in Artist Alley, because I feel like if I started Artist Alley like now, it'd be so much harder than when I started it back in like 2023. I came into this convention with pretty low expectations. I'm just here to hang out, to be honest. But you know, not everyone has that like luxury of just like be like, well, I'm just gonna come here and just mess around for 3 days. Some people got like bills to pay for their conventions. I mean, I have bills to pay too. I do this full time, but like if I got a hotel for this con, I don't know how too much I would feel about the money, but the people have been really nice. The staff have been really, really nice. And I think that this con does have potential. I just think this year is definitely a little rough. I think we've done a lot of cash sales today, a lot more cash than like the past 2 days. But I took a little walk around the venue and there's definitely people around. If I were to get started in Artist Alley like this year, I would say definitely don't jump into it completely without a backup right away. When I started into Artist Alley, I didn't have a job, low-key. So I just kind of went all in and it worked out for me. But I think it definitely takes a long time to build up enough like stuff for yourself to really become full-time, and you need like a financial safety net, to be honest. Like I was really lucky where my parents were really supportive and then all the people around me were very supportive that I was able to like get this all started. If I didn't, I would definitely try to have like a full-time job, because there's some high highs and low lows with Artist Alley. A lot of people talk about Artist Alley and they talk about how much money they make and stuff like that. Like I do that in my vlogs as well. But you got to keep in mind that like most people who've been doing Artist Alley have been doing it for a decent amount of time, and it takes a while to get up to that point. So, that's life. You can't put all your eggs in one basket. Sometimes it works out though, but sometimes it won't. So yeah, right now it's so cold in here. Like I didn't pack any like jackets because it's summer. I'm wearing all of David's hoodies and they're all SpongeBob.
I'm dirty, damn.
No, I'm dirty. So upstairs in like one of the panel rooms, they have a flea market on Sundays, and I saw this. It's a Sanrio blind box, and it was only $3. So I was like, I got it. It's sealed too. So of course we're hoping for pom pom. That'd be nice. Let's see. For $3, this is a steal. But essentially, the flea market is like a place where people can sell like their used, like anime goods, so like figures, cosplays. You can get some pretty good deals there because it's all like secondhand. But this is a sealed blind box, so let's see. Pom Pom, duh. Who's this? What is this? It's Bats Maru. Ah, it's okay. Sorry to the Bats fans, but he's not my favorite. Oh, but it's kind of fun. It's like a squeeze ball. So it's 3:30. We're just about done. 30 more minutes left. There is a small rush of people that are doing their last minute shopping. We have surpassed Friday sales, which is always good. Yeah, I've talked to a few vendors and they said this is kind of not so typical of the show. This year has definitely been a lot slower within Artist Alley, which is to be expected because of all the factors that I've talked about before. Date change, venue change, all that. So yeah, I'd probably try this con again if my schedule lets me. But overall, so I don't share my numbers for every convention I do, but I will share my numbers for cons that I feel like there's not a lot of information out there about. So for example, for like Otakon, I feel like 10 people have made Otakon vlogs. So I didn't really share my numbers there because you can kind of get like a general vibe if you just watch other people's vlogs. But for Queen City, I feel like I didn't see very many vlogs for this convention at all. So I find that information helpful in deciding if I want to do a convention or not. So here are my expenses and here is my revenue. So it's definitely on the lower side for me personally for a 3-day convention. But again, I had very little cost and I just wanted to like try this con out, and I have the liberty of being able to take a risk on this con to see how it goes. Yeah, like I would say even though I didn't make a lot of money at this convention, like everyone has been super nice. It's been well run. The staff have been really nice, and the attendees all look like they're having a lot of fun. So I always do try to support like community run cons because there's so many like big corporate cons these days, and I feel like they kind of like lose the sparkle magic of some anime cons when they become super corporate. But if you love like a small con, Queen City is a really nice con for that. And I do want to like support smaller cons, right? But so far, some of my best sellers have been Gojo Cat, as always. My best-selling category has been... So my best-selling category for this convention has been charms. A lot of like one charm sales and stickers. And then in third place, shirts, which is really nice. I feel like this con has not been super pin heavy or print heavy. It really depends on people's tastes, but I would definitely say this audience leans a lot younger. And I feel like younger people like keychains and stickers and shirts. So, but you know, I took a walk around. I saw a lot of nice like cosplay spots outside, and I looked down onto like the area where they're renovating, and they're like building like a fountain and all that stuff. So I feel like this place might be a nice place for like some cosplay photo shoots. I know that they do another con in this location called like Ichiban Con, and it's in the winter, and that one's pretty established and has always been those dates, so I think they have more attendees at that one. Yeah, this convention center is pretty small and cozy, I'll say. You know, cons can be really unpredictable year by year. You never know how things change. Like one year you could be making $1 million, and then another year at the convention things happen and you're making $2. So, you know, it's always important to keep that in mind when you're applying for conventions and try to like mitigate that risk if you need to. But otherwise, I had a good time hanging out with David, eating a lot of food. We ate a lot of food on this trip, and we're gonna keep eating food. But if you found this video helpful, say that again. Say it.
You're a big back.
But if you found this video helpful, let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. My sled dog.
Oh my.